Okay, Tuesday, 19th of December, Chopin Airport. Nice and early, it's 3:30 in the morning. Have a plane. I can only assume it's that one there behind me. Where is it? That one there? I can only assume so. Nice and early, very good. So, what I want to talk about was the interesting concept of do the work once, get paid forever. So it's a little thing I realised years ago when I was working for a real estate, let's call it a real estate company a couple of years ago. And I just realised that all these properties was good. The mortgages, the financing, was all fine. Very good. Very nice, very smart business model. But I realised that the work had to be done again and again and again and again and again and again and again. What for? To maintain profitability. Fair enough. You got to do what you got to do in business. Not a very efficient, lean way of scaling a business, I felt. So I then realised if you could figure out a way in the business to quite literally do the work once, set that up as a minimum standard, an MVP, if you will, a minimal viable product from day one, then you have a business recipe that can scale easier, that can grow easier. You haven't got to do the work again and again. You understand the principle. Do the work once, get paid forever. That's like I use that as a checklist for when I want to create or build something. I think, how can I do this and automate it and scale it? So I just do like one input, and there's an ecosystem, a sales funnel, a whole process that the customers go through, and ideally a membership where they pay again and again every month. Built in from day one, very important. Because then I can just feed more customers, feed more cold leads into the platform, into the system. And because it's so unique anyway, they're less likely to leave. Very important, very interesting. But interesting principle, do the work once, get paid forever. Not do it again and again, then do it next week, then tomorrow morning, and then tomorrow morning again, and the day after. No. It's an important standard, I realised, in business years ago. How can we set things up so we only have to do it once? Very important, not again and again. A very self-explanatory principle. But it just wanted explaining. And everything I do and create, I try to make sure that's the standard, built in from day one. That way scalability can be is installed from day one and scales with the business, as opposed to having to rip up the old things and install new things. It's there already from the get-go. Very important. So that way, the business can grow easier. I have membership, for example. I have clients that pay high fees. I have many more clients that pay, cheap products. But the point is, there's an ecosystem there that I send the audience to, the cold leads, the hot leads, whatever, from advertising, from social media, everywhere. They go into the website, the sales funnels, everything, the sales process, all this other sales copy, the system, the ecosystem, the automation. Automation's the key word. And they just go again and again. They get charged the next month. Things happen. So then I just set up the dominoes, create the ecosystem, create all the content, all the advertising, all the landing pages, done. So in this real estate business, what was missing? Well, the problem is that from my perspective, from my, say, naive and, let's say, amateurist perspective, was that the person in charge, he was too involved hands-on in the business. He had outsourced a lot to employees in-house, but he was still doing a lot of the paperwork and beyond. And it's like, which is fine, do what you want. But bear in mind, he was in his, I can't remember, late 60s, early 70s. Not what you want to be doing at that kind of age. You want to, well, I can't speak for myself, but you, in theory, you want to be doing something more relaxed with your time, doing something easier. He wasn't doing the work once. No, he wasn't able to send an apprentice, for example, or, a lackey or a henchman, whatever, to go and do the commercial financing. No. A commercial viewing. No, he wasn't able to send people out to do deal sourcing. I guess he was, in a way, but less so. He was still doing the paperwork still doing a lot of admittedly high value things, educational things, and going out there and finding other people other investors, admittedly. But it's like, I would much rather have an automated system as much as possible so I can duplicate myself in video form, content form, every educational form, the vlog, where I don't physically have to do anything, or I physically have to do less and less things, fewer and fewer things, because I'm more and more outsourced and duplicated and replicated. Yeah, therefore I can do the work once, get paid forever, create this piece of content, create this landing page, create this, create that, send it out there, done. I haven't got to mess around with doing things again and again and again, which is fine. Don't get me wrong, you've got to start somewhere. But the question you got to ask yourself is, on this trail, on this trajectory, is that where you want to be 5, 10, 20, 25 years from now? That, as I said before, is what's called a regret minimization framework. On this current trajectory, for the next 5, 10, 20, you name it years, is that where I want to be? No, I don't want to be working again and again and again and again to earn more money. Spend 1 hour, get 1 hour wage. No, I'd rather spend 1 hour and get 1 hour wage, and then spend no hours and get another hour a wage. Spend no hours, no 0 hours again, still, and still get the same amount or more. Why? Because I've raised my prices, I've got more people, got more clients, got more products. I'm focusing on higher value creation, creating higher value products, higher value services, as opposed to doing it again and again, because we've got 24 hours in a day. That's not going to change. Nothing can change that. So it's a question of how best and efficiently are you using those hours. Good point. Do the work once, get paid forever. I like it a lot. So I got a plane to catch soon, next 2 or so hours, an hour and a half. Very nice, perfect. Once you get past security, no real problems. Don't care. Once you get past security, and in this case, passport control, relax, don't bother. N9, only over there, next to no one here, perfect. So, do the work once, get paid forever, and you'll see me tomorrow. How cool is that?